realest.
Boy, I come here to get busy, and it won't be no different from all the previous killers. I don't miss with this rap tighter than a Nike shoebox with socks as a Christmas gift. Can't swap a verse with me, I'm a saint till I ain't. Then somehow you shank with a fleur-de-lis. I don't need an army to arm me in me unless it's plenty. Don't care who do this or did it, I'm still gonna do my did it, coming with it. My people love me cause that's what I give them. Yeah, I bump heads with them, but I bust yours for playing with them. I cut the line to get in front of who you thought was next. I'm usually humble about this, but this ain't the time for that. So as long as these rappers know it ain't safe trying to try me, then hey, les éléphants sont brûlés. You must not know I get out. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. Stop playing with me.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Hanging with July and Wilk. My co-host Wilk, he couldn't be here. You know, he got to be at work, get them funds early in the morning. So shout out to Wilk. I got a special guest debater, my dog from Waco, Texas, Antonio Brown Jr. Been trying to get him on a podcast, but he finally came on to talk a little football with us. Antonio Brown, boy, go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Man, Antonio, man, a lot of y'all know me, man. I've been in the group for a while. I've been either debating or like Wesley say, I be roasting or we be doing, you know what I mean? But I text Kenny probably like 5:30 and I say, hey man, I want to get on and do something, man. Like I just felt bad I missed yesterday. I said I got to do something. Let's do something. I just felt like we need to talk about some sports today, and that's really where I wanted to be at. So like I say, ABJ, Antonio Brown Jr. Look at that. Hey, y'all see me? I'm not a LeBron killer, man. Y'all see, I'm a witness. Hey, I've been on there before. I know what LeBron can do. But yeah, man, I appreciate Kenny for having me. And let's get to it, bro. Let's get to it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna start off with a little football. We're gonna start off with my squad, the Green Bay Packers. Disappointing loss to the Vikings. Vikings are 1-5. We 5-1. I'm expecting us to win that game. First couple of drives, touchdown, but we couldn't stop Dalvin Cook. So I'm disappointed in the loss, man. What you think about that game, Antonio?
But my thing is, y'all always script games good. Like as far as we can go back to that Tampa blowout. Y'all started fast. It wasn't like y'all came out slow. Y'all started fast, and then you fizzled out. So to me, when you start fast and you fizzle out and you just can't gain momentum back, that's coaching. Because what it is I feel like y'all got the scripted plays are good. The first 15 scripted, y'all are going hard. Y'all are moving the ball, driving. But then when you got to call plays in game, the ones that you have to get money on, and sometimes, man, like I said, like I told somebody in the group, you know, y'all know, everybody know, I think Aaron Rodgers will go. I feel like as far as the quarterback position, individual metric of a quarterback, there's nobody better. I mean, you can look at the numbers, you can look at the completion percentage, you can look at touchdowns, the interceptions, and the time frame. There's nobody better. But when you can't get off the field, when you're allowing a running back to have 246 total yards, 4 touchdowns, it's just hard to gain a rhythm with the way he plays. And I'm not saying he's perfect. Trust me, I'm not. But his stat line, his passer rating always tells the story. And it doesn't look like he's the problem this year. It's just like the weapons. He needs more weapons. Defense got to get off the field, and you got to give him a chance to cook. Like Russ say, let Russ cook, let A-Rod cook, man, because I still don't even get why people pass him up as the best quarterback in the league. Like I get Mahomes is hot, I get Russ is good, but when A-Rod falls off, man, like when did this happen? Like when did he start declining? I don't know. Maybe you could tell me about that. I don't know.
I wouldn't say he declined. I would say him and Mike McCarthy relationship start because everything was all good when they was winning. You know what I'm saying? Right. A-Rod putting up numbers. Even that season where we went 15-1, his first MVP year. He threw 4,600 yards, 44 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. But our defense and yards given up was ranked 30th. And that was the reason why he won MVP over Drew Brees that year. Drew Brees threw 5,000 yards, 40-some touchdowns. They was 13-3, but we was 15-1 with the defense that gave up the most yards that year, 30 ranked defense. And when A-Rod, even after that season, you know, he still was still was he finished All Pro second team to Peyton Manning his MVP year, and then he came back one year he won MVP again. But when the
Right,
team
right,
started losing, when A-Rod started getting hurt a little bit more, and he started trying to play games a little bit more hurt,
right.
and it was affecting him, and uh people start noticing like the flaws in our team that A-Rod usually covered.
Right,
But since he was hurt, he couldn't cover those flaws.
right.
And this year he healthy, 100% healthy this year. He covering some of those flaws, but everybody really starting to notice now. Because the first time we played Minnesota, it was a high scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
A-Rod had to play flawless. Even when we played the Saints, it was a high scoring game. A-Rod had to play flawless. It's like he covers up some of our flaws in our team. And when it comes playoff time, man, playoff football is different. It's hard. Teams study just you for they study you. And
Let me ask you this
that,
question. Why have y'all put him in such a position for so long to be that safe? Why not go out? I mean, like I said, everybody was mad with that Jordan Love, and I didn't understand that at all. I felt like you could have saved that first round quarterback pick at least another 2 years, maybe 3. With there was nothing in A-Rod's performance that said go draft a quarterback in the first round. So I don't know who made that call or who decided that that was the move to make, but I feel like if you would have drafted any type of weapon that can, because y'all don't have a top burner. Y'all need somebody that can stretch it, and you got the best thrower of the football, easily top 5 throwers of the football in NFL history. And y'all got him with all possession receivers. I like Valdez Scantling. I like Devontae, and I like what was the other guy's name? I don't know. What's the other guy's name?
Lazard, he got hurt. Lazard got hurt.
Alan Lazard, right. But they're all possession. Those are all guys that's going to get you 10 to 12 and take it, 20, 25. What you need is a guy that catch it 30, 35 and take it 60, and y'all haven't had that. I can't remember really since Aaron Rodgers has been in the league. Devontae's not really that. Devontae's really he's a route runner that creates
Nah,
separation.
Aaron Rodgers made Devontae, bro. When Devontae came in the league, he was dropping passes back to back. We didn't even know if he was gonna ever be a starter. Aaron Rodgers made Devontae. I remember Chris Carter told Shannon Sharp, the Green Bay Packers never had a receiver close to Julio Jones since Shannon Sharp brother, Sterling Sharp. That's the last time we had a receiver close to Julio Jones. But
No,
I mean, for some reason, we always wait to get even when we got Charles. That's probably our best free agent pickup ever, Charles Woodson. Charles
right,
Woodson.
right.
But besides that, I'm talking about the Aaron Rodgers era. Besides Charles Woodson, we had got an older Julius Peppers.
I
Like
think
we
that
don't.
you're stuck in the draft and develop stages. And don't get me wrong, y'all have been very because you know a lot of free agents aren't just going to come to Green Bay just off a whim. It's not the free agent hot spot, but y'all have drafted and developed so long. I think y'all kind of got stuck in that mentality where I think y'all need to ditch that because I think people will come play with A-Rod. Like I'm serious. I think y'all. I mean, there's people that would love to play. Like for example, there's people that haven't had a quarterback in their whole career, and now they kind of just their careers progressing, and they still haven't had a quarterback. I just don't feel like y'all go after the top free agents, or maybe they just don't come. But I just feel like it's been a disservice to the front office has done with him as far as weapons. I don't think he's been placed around enough. And then you have the people that say, well, Tom Brady, that's a system. And that's a system that the personnel, they know what personnel to put in each position. Like there's guys like Hogan and those guys, you can just interchange them in and out and they're productive. So it's not the same whenever you say, well, Tom can make receivers and Aaron can. It's not the same when he doesn't have a defense playing with him. So I don't know, man. It's just, I've gotten into that argument a lot this week. We'll get into all that, man. We'll stay on topic, but we'll get it all. But yeah, like I say, man, when you allow 246 yards, 4 touchdowns, that was from a running back. That means that they probably controlled the possession time, which didn't allow Aaron Rodgers to get into a fully, a rhythm. and then the score goes from there. I mean, was it 48? He allowed 48.6 fantasy points.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook. I mean, he always give us trouble. Like Dalvin Cook always give us trouble, and I don't understand why. Because we play this man twice a year, so I don't know. And it ain't like Kirk Cousins had a good game. He had one screen to Dalvin Cook that Dalvin Cook took like 50, 60 yards for a touchdown, and that was it for Kirk Cousins.
I got Thielen on my fantasy squad. He had 3 catches for 42 yards, so I know that it wasn't Kirk Cousins. Trust me, I know it wasn't. Yeah, he definitely didn't do me any favors. Also, but they got nice little Justin Jefferson up there too, though. So they'll be all right.
Yeah, but we gonna bounce back. We play San Francisco Thursday night, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna talk about that with Spencer and Rich at them San Francisco fans. But I want to get into this next game. My boy Tua first start. He had it rough out there, but he still got the W. He still got the W.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back and look and teams that have wins in NFL history, and you can count on 2 hands how many times a team has had 8 first downs in a game and won a game by double digits. Like to me, 8 first downs. Yeah, it had 8 first downs compared to the Los Angeles Rams 31, and you only give up 17 points, which is crazy to me, and you still that is wild.
Jared Goff threw 2 interceptions and he had a fumble. I think the fumble was for a touchdown too.
I think he had 2 fumbles. Yeah, 2 fumbles.
Yeah, 2 fumbles. Oh, I knew he fumbled. A fumble 6.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
140 yards, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumbles lost.
But yeah, I'm not a believer in Jared Goff, man. I think he missed his opportunity to win the Super Bowl whenever they had beat the Saints and played the Patriots. He missed his opportunity just like Matt Ryan. He missed his opportunity. But yeah, Jared Goff, man, he not that guy, man. He good. He a good, decent quarterback. But believe it or not, I think him and Carson Wentz is like on two different levels when you compare Jared Goff to Carson Wentz. I say Carson Wentz because they came out in the same draft class. But
where you different levels? What do you mean? Like who do you have on a higher level?
I have Carson Wentz on a higher level. Definitely. Definitely Carson Wentz. I think Jared Goff, like I said, I think he's a good quarterback, a good, decent quarterback. But if I had to choose between him and Carson Wentz, I would grade Wentz B, I would grade Jared Goff C+. Like, I just don't see Jared Goff as that guy. Like, I really don't. And he too predictable to me. He too predictable as a quarterback. Like, if he don't throw it to his first read, either he throw it away or he look to his running back. He don't look to his second receiver. He don't look to his third receiver. Sometimes he only look to his tight end.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
If you look at what done for him though, it's like they really kind of said, "All right, we're gonna put it all on you." Because think about the moves they made. They traded. What was that? Brandon Cooks, which was their top burner. They let Watkins a couple years back. They let Gurley go. His best, I say his best receiver is Robert Woods. Mm-hmm. I mean, Robert Woods. I mean, he no slouch. And the way they use him is very, very, very creative. But that's his number 1, and Cooper Kupp is his number 2. I don't know. What's that guy's name? Josh Reynolds. He's also there for man in. Mm-hmm. So they got. I mean, but as a championship team, those pieces that you can win with. Then they got Malcolm Brown and Darrell Henderson, who are serviceable running backs. But I feel like they took money away from him, and then they put it all on that defense with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and those other guys over there. And then they say, well, hey, you gotta win with this. Which, I mean, that's what a quarterback's supposed to do. But I don't know if he's that guy. You know what I mean?
He's not. And Tua, I seen his touchdown pass. The bullet is a heater. But yeah, he still struggled out there. I mean, 93 yards, 12 completions, 93 yards. He still struggled out there.
Hey, man, Hey, hey, you know when they say hindsight's 2020, they got the win today. They got to win today.
I mean, he ain't gonna play too many pass rushing good cornerback defenses like this because you got one of the top corners and then you got one of the top pass rushers in Aaron Donald,
Right.
and so he only could go up from here. That's all I can say.
How do you think Fitzpatrick feels though, bro? Like you sat there and watched your offense put up 145 yards in 4 quarters. Like, how do you feel like as far as that's like, to be honest, man, that's less than 47 yards a quarter. Like, it's like it's like that's rough, man. I mean, how do you feel as a veteran knowing that I can do better than this, but I know what the organization is doing it for. You know what I mean? Like, how you handle that, you know?
I mean, I like what Kurt Warner has said about him and Eli that he felt like he had him in a good position to win, but he knew Eli Manning was the future,
Yeah.
and it turned out great for him and Eli because Kurt Warner, going to Arizona, rejuvenating his career, got to a Super Bowl. Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants, so I mean, it turned out great for both of them. And sometimes when you draft a quarterback high as a veteran quarterback, you have to know that your job is never safe. Like Tyrod Taylor, he was going to eventually lose his job to Justin Herbert. Like it was going to happen, injury or not. Injury or not.
Come
It's
on,
just it is what it is.
you don't stab me in my lung. It's your fault that you stabbed me in my lung. I mean, I get it. I understand that there's things that come with that. But you stabbed me in my lung, punctured my shit, and then you like, well, when he comes back, he's gonna be the starter. And then he comes back, he's not the starter. It's just like, that's a cold game, man. That's a cold piece right there. But who you got right now? Who you got? You got Herbert or Burrows, rookie of the year. I know we off topic right now for what we said.
I got Herbert, man. Easy.
Man, look, I'm talking about, hey, I know Burrow balled out today. Don't get me wrong, he balled out again. But Herbert is he's running, he's passing. I mean, look at his numbers, man. And I saw this at Oregon. I didn't see all this, but I saw some of it at Oregon. He's gonna be a problem for a while.
Oh yeah. He that guy, man. He real good.
He can make all the throws. But Joe Burrow got the weapons up there. AJ Green, T. Higgins, T. Boyd, Gio Bernard, Joe Mixon when he come back. They got a nice little squad up there too, though.
Oh yeah, but they still like I think Ron Ross and AJ Green want to get up out of there. I don't know why, but I guess are they just trying to win? I don't know. Maybe that's it. They trying to win.
I don't even see Jones playing, man. I feel like I know he asked for a trade. He's definitely wanting to get out of there. But I know AJ Green. They seen that video of him. Hey, would trade me if you're not gonna use me, trade me. And the writing was on the wall when they drafted T. Higgins, who's pretty much the same receiver as AJ, just younger. So the writing's on the wall. But yeah, man, what's the next game you want to jump on? Saints?
Nah, not yet. We're gonna get to that's the last game. I want a quick mixture of topics between the Seattle and San Francisco game and Patrick Mahomes. Reason being because Russell Wilson is the MVP right now, but bro, Patrick Mahomes, man, he I think he got 20 touchdowns, 1 interception, man.
I mean, and you got to look at Uncle Tom down there in Tampa Bay too, though, man. Like that, they hate. Look, it's a little tight down here right now as far as the MVP race. It ain't just no gimme. Russ, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, though. I didn't think he'd be this good coming out of college. Like this is like, I mean, that moon ball, when he throw that ball straight up in the sky and he just drop it right in the basket, bro. That, like, to me, it's crazy. And look what they did, though. What they do for him, though. They went and drafted him a weapon and DK Metcalf.
They stole DK Metcalf in the second round. Was it the second round? They stole him. Ain't no way he was supposed to drop that far. No way.
and that's just like Todd McShay and what's his name? Mel Kiper. He can only
Yeah.
do this. That just show you how much influence those guys have on people's war room, which is crazy because they were just saying DK can't run routes, and well, I mean, like, you can only do one thing, and well, I mean, it's just crazy. But like I said, yeah, man. I mean, with him, they got Lockett. They interchangeable at running back. I think they got Carlos Hyde, Olsen, but he's just in his prime right now, man. He can't. I mean, he just got that offense down. They letting him have more control at the line of scrimmage. He's calling audibles. He's shifting his line. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, I think he's definitely the MVP. And like, this is the time though, because I think he's been in the race for years, and he's kind of always just been around it, but never really won it. I think this is definitely his time, man.
Yeah, Russell. I mean, he threw for 4 touchdowns, no interception. Yeah, I think he got 26 touchdowns on the season. I don't think that they haven't had a bye yet. I don't think. I don't know.
Nah, yeah.
Maybe they have. Maybe they have. I don't know. But yeah, he threw about 26 touchdowns on the season. Like he balling. But yeah, you gotta watch that guy in Kansas City, man. Patrick,
He had 2 picks against that one team that they was that Buda Baker and them Cardinals.
Arizona, he had 3 picks.
Three
Three
picks.
picks against Arizona. Yeah, 3 picks. Yeah, that was a high scoring game. But
You still put him at the head of the MVP? You still put him at the head of the MVP though, huh?
who?
Even after the Arizona game, Russ.
Oh yeah. I mean, it happens, bro. It happens. It wasn't like he did like my boy Rogers and because Rogers against Tampa Bay he had a 38 quarterback rating. So that hurt him. Russell Wilson, he was just trying to keep up with Kyler Murray in that offense, man, because they was coming. They were scoring every single time. Like, they was coming.
I think a little different though, because when I was watching that, Aaron, I'm not, and like I say, man, it's gonna sound like I'm really caping for A-Rod here, but man, that pick that he threw to what's his name, was it where it bounced?
When it bounced right out of Devontae's hand.
Right off his hand, and then the corner right behind him catch it, and then what they do? They go down there and take 7, and then you come back, and then you just don't get nothing else going. They get something going. I mean, it's just man. I feel like Russ that game. I was like, Russ, what are you throwing at? Like, there was one pick. I was like, what are you looking at? Like, there is nothing there. You just threw that. So, I mean, I had him out of my MVP after that last game. But then, I mean, the MVP is just like this. The race is just like this all the time. But, yeah, I mean, as far as consistency, and you can't forget about that boy in Buffalo, man. Boy, balling.
He is, but he not in it no more. Like, I mean, he like outside the top 4 because right now it's easily Russ, Mahomes, then Rodgers, like then Brady, Rodgers, then Brady. Then maybe after Brady, you could put in Josh Allen. But yeah,
that's gonna disagree with you on that tape. You know that.
All right, I know.
They're gonna be hating on that.
I know.
Because they're gonna say, what, Buffalo got 1 loss?
Now they got 2.
Oh, they got 2? Oh, okay.
They got 2.
I mean, and they beat Cam today. They beat Cam and them.
And what happened?
They beat Cam and them today. I think that was the first time in like 8 meetings they beat Cam and them.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the Saints game, Saints versus the Bears. Now, since we lost against the Vikings, I was actually going for the Saints to beat the Bears, and it was looking kind of scary at the beginning. But Drew Brees, he led them a quick touchdown right before the half. That's what he do. And the Saints ended up winning by 3 points in overtime, 26-23. What's your thoughts about that game?
Man, you're starting to see the progression and the aging of Drew Brees weekly, huh? I mean, it's just like it's hitting hard too. Like it's hitting real fast. Like I feel like it's like gravity. Like it's just slamming on him. And don't get me wrong, like since Michael Thomas, man, that's a whole nother topic. But since Michael Thomas hasn't been playing, I think he's found ways to win games though. You know what I mean? Like with what else we got, Traquan Smith and what are the receivers? I don't even know the receiver names, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, but they're still competing and they're in games, and that's all. I mean, that's really all you can ask for. You don't want to go to overtime that long, or damn near the whole overtime to kick a field goal. I know that, but I think they should expect more though. I feel like with the money that they paid Alvin Kamara, the pieces that they got, I feel like they got to handle that game like with more urgency. The Saints or the Bears haven't shown any type of offensive consistency all year. Like I said, like my boy G said in the group chat, they're Bears receivers. I can't even name Anthony Miller and Allen Robinson. Everybody else, but they're out there just. They don't have any pieces, but Saints, like I say, they just keep winning. You can't. I mean, you keep finding ways to win games. That's what it takes to to win it in the playoffs. What you think? What you think about OG?
I'm gonna disagree with you on that because it showed in the playoffs last year. Drew Brees taking a dive in the playoffs last year. It showed that, and I'm gonna tell you, Drew Brees when Drew Brees used to throw for all them yards, he'd have 31 completions, he'd have 500 yards. Today he had 31 completions, he had 280 yards. So in the playoffs, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Is it because Mike Thomas missing? I don't know. Maybe, but he the Saints still good. I mean, it's gonna go down to the Buccaneers and Saints because Carolina kind of fell off. Uh, but I still got the Buccaneers winning that division. I mean, I know the Saints beat them the first game of the season, but that was first game of the season. I mean,
Right.
Tom Brady first game as a Buccaneer, but that was a pretty good win in Chicago. Nick Foles, for some reason, he can't beat Drew Brees. For some reason, he can't beat Drew Brees. The first time when he was in Philadelphia, when he threw 29 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in that season, lost to Drew Brees in the playoffs. His second go round in Philadelphia after the Super Bowl year. Alshon Jeffrey did drop that pass, but he lost it. He lost to Drew Brees again. Like for some reason, Nick Foles can't beat Drew Brees. But yeah, shout out to New Orleans, man. They back winning their division again. They control their own.
Bring that up, man. It's a lot of Drew Brees. I was reading a stat earlier. Drew Brees threw a -3-yard pass, but got credit for a 60-yard touchdown pass. You know what I mean? It's a lot more of that. These days with Drew. Yeah, heck yeah. But I was reading something. He got the most 15 to 20 yard downfield. Don't quote me. But I want to say Drew Brees has got the most 15 to 20 yards since a certain time frame in the league. Don't quote me, but I was reading something on Pro Football Focus. So, like I say, I might have been sleepy. I don't know. But like I say, I want to read something that he's still completing the ball. Maybe it's receivers, getting their yak on. But, I mean, he's still putting them numbers. Tom Brady, I didn't even know that Tom Brady's the leader in all-time touchdowns now. I didn't know that.
Drew Brees passed him up. He passed him back up again today. Because Tom Brady was at 259, and then Drew Brees was at 258. He threw 2 touchdowns, so he passed him up. He passed him back up. So Drew Brees at 560, and Tom Brady at 559 or something like that. But yeah, Tom Brady just one behind Drew Brees
at this point, that's all them boys compete for, man. Like, come on, you really y'all? Because really, what is this? But it's gonna be ugly tomorrow. I think. Was it at New York or is it in Tampa? I think it's in New York.
Wherever it's at, it's still gonna be wherever it's at, it's still gonna get ugly.
Hot garbage. But yeah, man. Like I said, but that defense though, and I was reading something that the Saints are interested in Gilmore from the Patriots.
I mean, what they trying to give up to get Gilmore?
I heard it's a second. Just my boy JC said it was a second and a third. So a second and a third for Gilmore, I think that's a lick. I think I'd do that in a heartbeat for what he brings to your defense.
Okay, well, we're gonna see. But this is what I wanted to talk to you because I noticed in the group, you and Justin, y'all be advocating for the Big 12 against the SEC.
Let's
Whenever
get it.
every time
Get
the SEC struggle, every time the SEC struggle, you and Justin, y'all the main advocator.
Man, I'm gonna put my flag in the middle of the field like Baker Mayfield every time the ACC struggle, because I feel like, man, first of all, number one, the conference before about 2 years ago, the conference lived in the Stone Age as far as offenses, and you can go back and look at it. Boys are still lined up at I formation or wing T or all this is ball control style offenses, and when you play 10 offenses that play the exact same way, well, damn, you gonna stop somebody. That's you used to it. You know what I mean? But now that you see SEC offenses opening up, what do you see the deep? What's happening in SEC defenses? They're starting to give up more points.
Mm-hmm.
It's a give and a take. Like, you can't have a fast, high-powered offense and a lockdown defense. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna happen. You got to give one or the other. You can look at Missouri. You can look at all the teams that run the spread out up there. It's tough on defense, but yeah, teams starting to see. Y'all starting to see. It ain't no easy, man.
Okay, so let's talk about the Texas Longhorns right quick.
Hey,
Did the new rankings come out yet, or they came out already? The new
yeah, I
rankings?
saw it. I think we're 22. I think
Yeah,
we're 22. Man, when we talk about my horns, like, bro, I'm so like emotionally attached to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy because I've seen them, progress, and I've seen them, and it ain't going right now. Like, we had a top, I want to say 3 recruiting class in 2018 where we signed 6 DBs that were top 100. There were 6 DBs that were top 100 in the country, and we're talking about Anthony Cook, we're talking about Caden Stearns, we're talking about B.J. Foster, DeMar Overshawn, Jalen Green, and Sean Jameson. They were all top 100 players in the country, and you're seeing those exact same players now, the same as they were their freshman year. Like, the thing with us, our problem right now is players aren't being developed. They're not being turned. You come in as a 5-star, you stay as a 5-star. You don't get better. And I feel like we're back in the Mac Brown era, because that's what Mac Brown was doing. He was just sending out Texas letters and hoping people come instead of doing the due diligence. I mean, you can look at Keontae Ingram, Sam, even my quarterback. I feel like he's the same player that he's been for 3 years, and that's not
he a
good.
junior or senior? He a junior or senior?
He's a senior. This is senior year. He's a 4-year starter. 4-year
Okay.
starter. So you're a 4-year starter, but you can't beat TCU. You're a 4-year starter, but you let OU come in as a redshirt freshman quarterback and beat you in overtime. Now, I get it was a good game in overtime, but if you can't beat OU with a 4-year starting quarterback, then when can you? You know what I mean? That's the question that us as a fan base had. If I can't beat you with a seasoned vet and you got a rookie, then damn, like, when can I beat you? You know what I mean? And that affects your team. I feel like that affects a lot more than just the psyche, because now they got this guy got 3 more years to come in. Spencer Rattler got 3 more years to come in and make an impact, and we got to start over. So as a Longhorn fan, there's frustration. There's a lot of people calling for Urban Meyer's job, right? Urban Meyer to be hired in Austin. Recruiting right now is terrible. We just lost the number 1 quarterback, and we have no to speak of. We just lost number 1 quarterback in the nation. Then we lose a receiver in 2022. We got to do some winning on the field, man. That's what it is. We got to do some winning on the field to get these guys back But yeah, man, like I said, we're 4-2. We're not in a bad spot. We just got a top 10 road win against Oklahoma State. Very rare under Tom Herman, but we're all right. The Eyes of Texas thing is really killing my team, though. That whole song and the whole media thing really kind of divided the team for a minute, but I think they'll be all right. Winning cures all, though, bro. You know that.
Gotcha. Now let me ask you something. Where do you see Texas finishing in the Big 12 this year?
All right, so we got West Virginia this week, which I think we can beat them. We still got to play. We got to still play West Virginia. We still got to play Iowa State. We still got to play Kansas State, which those are all good teams. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I think we can finish. We can win it if my team plays the way that I know they can play. We can win. It's just we can't never put a full game together, and that's a whole different story. But we can win it as long as we play our game. There's nobody that has more talent than us in the Big 12. I can't say that. I mean, we got a talented squad using players to fit their skill and the scheme. That's a different thing. But we got tons of talent, and there's no excuse why we should be putting up, the numbers or the stats that we have on offense. I get it's a first-year system, but we've got players, lots of players that have lots of talent, like Bijan Robinson, freshman running back that came in this year. Jake Smith, Gatorade Player of the Year 2 years ago. You know what I mean? You got Brendan Eagles, Josh Moore. You got players out here that have very nice skills. But then you also got Tom Herman choosing to play walk-ons over scholarship players too. And I think that divides the team, man. You got walk-on receivers out here, Kai Money and Schooler out here playing over guys that actually are scholarship players. That's an indictment to development, because you're either not developing your scholarship players or there's some favoritism being shown to walk-ons who you know what I mean? Like, how's a walk-on get on the field before a scholarship player? You know what I mean? There's something not right there. But we play a couple walk-ons at key spots. So, I don't know, man. I'm diehard though. I ain't gonna jump ship. Like a lot of you LSU fans, that I ain't seen no post this whole year. But last year, y'all was big flexing. You know what I mean? Y'all was big flexing. I'm gonna call you out. Y'all beat us, but y'all ain't true to the team, man. Y'all was just riding the wave. But that's a whole nother story.
Well, I'm gonna be honest about as far as that goes. I'm gonna be honest. I think this college season kind of have an asterisk to it. That's why I haven't been trolling like I usually would be trolling. Because if this was last year and LSU would have got their ass beat by Auburn like that, you would have been seeing all kind of memes from it. But I just think I just think they got a little asterisk, because I think when it comes to college kids, they need that extra time to prepare. And it was all taken away from them because of the COVID virus. That's why I haven't been really trolling LSU fans, because I said at the beginning of the season, I put this season with an asterisk on it. Like, if we win the title, I feel like it's an asterisk. If Texas win the title, I feel like it's an asterisk attached to that. So I'm not really trolling or not really, bragging about, this college season, because I just feel like those kids had a lot taken from them when it comes to the COVID virus. Like, it wasn't enough preparation for it. So I give LSU give their fans a slide.
47-11, bro. No, you can't get 47. I don't give a damn who you put out there on the field. I don't give a damn Tyler Shelby, all them boys. Look, man, this is a rivalry game, and y'all getting 47 put on your back, and you only put up 11. Now you got to, hey man, you got to hear from me. Hey, you got to hear from me, because that's look here, that's unacceptable. And then trust me, Auburn, they taking that dub. So next year when they come in, or whenever Auburn coaches go sit in recruits and they're battling LSU recruits, LSU in schools, they're gonna use that. Hey man, we beat 47 in it. That's negative. Why not? I mean, it's gonna go down in the books. So you might as well get out there and put your best effort for it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. They had a lot of key players opt out. I get that, bro. But at some point though, damn man, like where's y'all's heart at? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
It was ugly. It was ugly. As a matter of fact, we had started recording the episode, recording the other podcast to talk about basketball. When we finished the podcast, I turned on the game. I was like, damn, what happened? I think it was like 20-3 or something.
That boy Bo Nix got out there and said, look here, man, I ain't playing with y'all. But Bayou Bengals. Who? Boy, Bo Nix said, who? Man, look, got out there and gave them boys that work. So my thing is A, the same guy that we thought, or do we give him a year because he lost Joe Brady, he lost a lot of Andy Aranda. So do you give him a pass this year? Because there's a lot of people out there saying he can't coach.
I don't know, but we're gonna jump into this last topic. I want to talk about your Cowboys right quick. Y'all division sad this year. To be honest,
Look at
prayers to Dak Prescott, hoping he come back stronger than ever because he was looked like he was gonna throw for 5,800 yards this year. Unfortunately, he got injured. But as far as the Cowboys, uh, y'all still got a chance to win the division. I mean, y'all not out of it. Y'all right in the middle of it.
That's why I don't get where. I mean, I get where the panic is coming from because we got a lot of interchanging parts, man. Like the offensive line, I I get. What was it? I think one of them was coming back. I think Zach Martin was going to get off the protocol this week, where he was going to be able to come back. Yeah, I think it was Martin. But bro, like you got. First of all, Zeke is. I don't know what's up with Zeke this year. Something's not there. Like his heart or something's just not there. And it wasn't even because of the injury to Dak. It was before that. He's been fumbling. His focus hasn't been there. And to me, I don't get why they haven't played Pollard more to kind of fire Zeke up and kind of show him, hey man, like you need to get tightened up because Pollard is a very versatile back that can do a lot of things. And so I feel like if he comes in and shines, it'll put a little fire under Zeke. But man, when you lose Tyron Smith, La'el Collins, Travis Frederick, you got Connor Williams, who really is your weakest link on offensive line, as your shining piece now. Man, it's tough. And then you lose Dak. Of course, everybody knows that. Then you lose the Red Rifle. You lose him. And he, first of all, he's been playing terrible, but that's another story. and then we're down to our rookie 7th round pick. Now not just rookie for 3rd round or rookie 4th mid round. This is the last round of the NFL draft, and we pick this quarterback from James Madison, which I thought that was the school Major Payne was the drill instructor at. In that James Madison? I don't remember. But
something like that.
I didn't even know they had a football team. But defense is horrible. I've heard a lot of reports saying that they don't even want to play for Mike Nolan. The offense has no continuity. We got a lot of weapons with no where to get the weapons to. So if we win the division, man, we win the division. Blake, Nelson, William, all y'all Eagle fans, which I'm about to hang up and see how we doing. When we hang up, we'll see how we doing on this game. Yeah, y'all just enjoy this year. Just enjoy this year because that's pretty much all y'all can do, man.
Oh yeah, well on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Go check out the rest of this Cowboys and Eagles game. But yeah, shout out. I'm gonna have to bring you back for a basketball segment because you missed a good one. But I'm gonna bring you back for a basketball segment. Talk about your boy KD,
bro. Like I say, man, I appreciate you doing this because a lot of y'all don't even know. Y'all ain't got this power. I text Kenny. I say, hey man, let me jump on and do one today. See, this is OG call. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got this power. I did that. Nah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing that for me, man. I like this one-on-one. Man, it's legit. Next, we're gonna get Wesley on here and see what he talking
about. Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm about to go clock back in, man. But I'm holler at you, though. I'll make sure to send you the episode first before I post it in the group.
All right, dog.
All right, holla. Yeah.